Ladies and gentlemen, this is Sojourners. I am going to be talking about a story of an amazing woman in Cameroon. Her name is Cecelia, who, out of frustration and desperation, decided to seek for help from Good Samaritans. Now, it will surprise you, she is a member of the Presbyterian Church Azire Bamenda. This megachurch is led by Reverend Dr. Asaah Peter Ashu. Cecelia has been sick for 11 years with some sort of tumor in her breast and was supposed to get surgery as recommended by a local doctor. This was done several years ago. Because her circumstances is getting worse, she cried out to the public for help, something a reasonable person will do to get help. Now you watch the video and tell me what you think.
My brother and my sister them. Una good evening. I dey beg una dey see the my baby wey I don open am for public so. Before I wan open am so, e don pass me. Cockroach dey bite me 8 years today. I go for hospital. They say they go cut am when e be don reach so. I be widow. I no get nobody wey fit help me. If una fit help me, I dey for CWF Azire for Cameroon. I beg una just help me. If any man wey go help me, my brother and sisters, God go bless una abundantly. I be widow, I no get nothing. The Israel na the one that when they be make am for bingo, and if they don't develop as a day now so. Before I want to talk for una so, I did talk with a cry for my eye. I did talk. Una really sorry me. Una help me so that if I go to the hospital, when they cut the breast, I say they want to stay cut and I cut them. I did beg una not get person wey fit help me. Una help me, my sister them. Una help me, my brother them. Make I not die go soon. My husband be die, no nothing. Even as I not get them, I did beg una. Una help me, my brother them and my sister them. God go bless una. Una help me.
So she did not go selling herself, stealing, or doing the wrong things because she is an honorable woman. Now, our organization, Caring Hands Africa, based in the United States of America, decided to get involved and help Mama Cecelia. Our local volunteer in Bamenda decided to locate Cici and make the necessary arrangement or inquiries for our US team. The plan was to coordinate her care with a reputable hospital in Cameroon and got her hospital bills covered. I personally spoke with Mama Cecelia as the director of Caring Hands, and I requested some pictures of the affected site for my team of doctors in America to examine and advise on the best care plan. You won't believe what this lady told me. She said her pastor had asked her not to share any pictures because of indecent exposure, according to the church rules. What? Are you kidding me? So technically, Mama Cici refused help from us out of the fear of her pastor, Reverend Dr. Asaah. Isn't this sad? This is heartbreaking. This breaks my heart because if nothing is done soon, she can potentially die from sepsis. Wait. She has been in the church, this mega church, for years, over a decade, and has been dealing with this circumstance, this illness for over 11 years, and you did nothing in the Presbyterian Church. She's been a member of the Christian Women Fellowship, CWF, and the group did nothing. Nothing. the holier than thou attitude, church hypocrisy to the highest category. And may I remind you that Isaiah chapter 63 verse 5, it says, I looked around for someone to help. No one. I couldn't believe it. Not one volunteer. So I went ahead and did it myself, fed and fueled by my rage. The book of Proverbs chapter 19 verse 17. Whoever is generous to the poor lends to the Lord, and he will repay him for his deed. Do you want me to keep going? Proverbs chapter 22 verse 22 to 23. Do not rob the poor because he is poor, or crush the afflicted at the gate, for the Lord will plead their cause and rob of life those who rob them. How can you be a minister and you warn this poor lady from sharing her story because of church doctrine, because the lawyers of this Presbyterian church are threatening the pastor that he allowed a woman to make a video, the video you just watched? How do you expect her to survive? I'm very sure this woman is paying tithes in the church. She's paying her dues as a member of CWF. And we are supposed to be the church. I'm frustrated. The Bible says that you are hopeless. You religion scholars and Pharisees, frauds. You are like manicured grave plots. The grass is clipped, the flowers are bright, but 6 feet down it's all rotten bones and worm-eaten flesh. People look at you and think you're a saint, but beneath the skin you are total frauds. In the book of Matthew chapter 23 verse 27 to 28. The Bible says, he who claims to love God but hates his brother or neighbor is a liar. Some African pastors, oh my goodness, this is killing me. Some African pastors are not ready to help their poor church members, even from the already collected offertories and tithes, but live extravagant lives and hail as gods themselves. A church member struggling with a treatable illness, such as Mama Cecelia, who might be fulfilling their financial obligations to the church, and neglected, but threatened with the words like, if you don't pay your tithe, then you are a thief and should not expect anything from God. Pastors who play demigods to their congregations demand full loyalty. Are you kidding me? And sometimes members are excommunicated from the church because they disobey the man of God. Is that what Christ will do? This is hypocrisy of the church. Don't be surprised that this poor lady might be expelled from the church just because of this video. Oh my God. Now I'll say this. Though she denied our care because she's afraid of what the pastor is going to do to her, our organization, Caring Hands Africa, still remains open and willing to help her whenever she decides to disobey that pastor, or she gets authorization from Reverend Doctor, the demigod, who now sits in the throne with the church lawyers as guards and counsel respectively. I encourage every single one of you watching this video to pray for Mama Cecelia. And contact me if you want to discuss this. Put comments below. Let me see what you think. If it is fair that a church member will be sick like this woman, and the church will not even help. And go as far as restricting what she can do in order to get help. The woman of the issue of blood, out of desperation, pushed her way even though she was smelling. And they pushed her away. But she pushed her way to touch the hem of Jesus Christ. And she was healed. This woman cried out for help. And because of the authority that you have as a man of God, you tell her not to share any more videos, pictures. We don't want the pictures of her good breast. We want picture of the sick breast, and not even with her face on it, so that doctors can review it and see what they're able to do. But because you're stopping her from getting the help that I'm trying to get from the United States, you, Pastor, Reverend Dr. Asaah, you need to take care of that woman. Because if anything happens to her, the Bible says her blood will be on your hands. If you like, go ahead and excommunicate her. I know she's afraid of you, but I'm not. Whatever lawyers you told her are calling, threatening you, she might be afraid of them. I am not. Because the only one that I answer to is God and not a human being. I am sick and tired of these so-called pastors who have literally broken marriages in Cameroon, in Africa, because a woman or a man must do exactly as they have said. If not, they are no longer part of the church. If not, they preach fear. They instigate fear into the lives of their congregants. People who come to your church are even afraid to say anything that is contrary to what you say is in your church. You are not God. Be careful. Because one day you shall answer in the cross of Calvary. Jesus is going to ask you, when I was sick, you rejected me. When I was hungry, you did not feed me. When I was thirsty, you didn't give me water to drink. I'm praying for you, even as I'm praying for this woman. And I hope that through God and through grace, she will get help. God bless you, Sojourners. Now you subscribe in my channel and put a comment. If you want to help this woman, put a comment. Let me know. Because as it stands, we are still open to help her. You want to partner with Caring Hands Africa to go ahead and find means on how we can get surgery to get her to see a doctor. Maybe, God forbid, it's cancer, because if it is cancer, we will have to go maybe chemotherapy or mastectomy or radiation. I'm praying that it is just a benign tumor which can be removed and treated with some antibiotics. God bless you, Sojourners.